Oh, okay. Vanakkam. I hope you all had a great and safe Diwali. Today we are celebrating King's Day in Belgium. And I think it's a good occasion to look a little bit back on our common activities we had in 2020, whereby India and Belgium were fighting together COVID-19. We all know that India, but also Belgium in particular, has been very toughly taken by the virus. And everybody in the world can talk about it. But solidarity is in situations and times like that very important. And that's the reason why we as Brussels Capital Region, the capital of Europe, the entry to Europe, we have a collaboration agreement with Chennai and we wanted to support the people over there. And we know that there is a big issue with migrant workers, day workers that have difficulties to have a secure place, to have a secure job when all the economy is stumbling and when work is going away. And that's the reason why we wanted to support with 50,000 euros a local NGO together with a Belgian NGO in order to give more safety, food, water, some housing, and also equipment, personal equipment against the virus. And also to support the kids in order to go to school and make sure that they have a safe internet connection. So I know we did a small effort, but in these times, it's very important that everybody does an effort. And all these small efforts make a big step forwards in human activity and especially in human collaboration. And so we can cope together the virus. So I hope to meet you one of the coming months physically in India. And I can only say to you, Nandri, and let's meet in the future when we have fought this virus.
Well, thank you, Mr. Secretary of State, for this great message you brought today at the celebration of King's Day. Actually, your support has been very welcome and very welcomed here in Chennai. And we have also, on behalf of the consulate, supported another organization which also the Brussels capital government is working with, and that is the Damien Foundation India. Why did we support them? Well, the big problem with the COVID-19 crisis, it's of course a crisis that affects everyone, everywhere in the world, but it especially affects the most vulnerable people in society. And what is also important, I think, in this whole debate is the Sustainable Development Agenda, the SDGs. And SDG 3 is about global health, it's about global well-being. And especially in times of COVID-19, we have to be very careful that everyone has access to basic needs. And that's why we decided with a much smaller amount of about 3,000 euro to support the Damien Foundation India. We have basically supported 376 families, either victims of persons with tuberculosis or with leprosy. And we've provided them with food support during a period of 2 months, especially during the lockdown in India, because that was really the time when the most vulnerable people in India had most difficulties. So thank you very much. I also had to mention that both the organizations that we support, We Social and the Damien Foundation, are also being supported by the Belgian Federal Corporation, Development Corporation. So I think here the Brussels capital government and the federal authorities have joined hands, and I think that was really a very good example of our collaboration. And I would really, on behalf of, I would say, the population and the authorities and everyone in Chennai, thank you for your support, and very much looking forward to meeting you in Chennai soon. We had to postpone your visit of last April because of the pandemic, but we will hopefully see you soon in Chennai. We will have a couple of videos, both from We Social and from the Damien Foundation, where people will see on the field what we have both realized. Thanks a lot.
Prakasam, President, இந்த குரான் இந்த நாளில் 2 வருஷம் 2 மாதமாக எங்கள் பகுதியில் 100 குடும்பம் இருக்குது. இந்த 100 குடும்பத்துலேயும் கொரோனாவில் பாதிக்கப்பட்ட லெப்ரசி பேஷண்ட்டுங்க இங்கே இருக்கிறோம். அது மேலே நாங்கள் ஐயாயிடம் தொடர்பு கொண்டு கேட்டோம். இந்த குடும்பத்துங்களுக்கு அரிசி, பருப்பு, எண்ணெய், சர்க்கரை இந்த மாதிரி போன்ற உதவிகளை பெல்ஜியம் நாட்டிலேருந்து ஐயா அவர்களும் பெல்ஜியமிலிருந்து வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய அவர்கள் ஃபாரினர்ஸ் அவர்களுக்கும் எங்கள் டமேன் நிறுவனத்தினருக்கும் எங்களுடைய பலராம்பரம் மக்கள் சார்பில் ரொம்ப நன்றி. நேரம் கொடுத்து உதவியதற்கு எல்லாருக்கும் சாப்பாடு கொடுத்து உதவியதற்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி.
I am Shivakumar, Secretary, Damien Foundation India Trust. Damien Foundation India Trust has been working for leprosy and tuberculosis control program in India since 1955 with the support of Damien Foundation Belgium. As we all know that corona pandemic has devastated the life of all the people, especially poor people. We know that tuberculosis and leprosy are more prevalent among poor people. These are called disease of poverty, and today most of our leprosy and TB affected persons are not able to earn their livelihood because of continuous lockdown. Damien Foundation India Trust, in collaboration with Consul General Chennai and Embassy Belgium, New Delhi, supported very needy persons with food grains for 2 months during the lockdown period, so that our patients can continue to take their treatment and get cured from the disease. At the same time, they can have their meal, at least 2 meals a day, with this support. On behalf of Damien Foundation India Trust, I wholeheartedly thank Mr. Van de Recken, Consulate General Chennai, for his concern and the support. Thank you.
National Domestic Workers Movement works in India in 17 states and in Tamil Nadu 11 districts. In Perumbakam, the relocated site where 19,000 families are existing. During this pandemic, the people lost their jobs, especially the domestic workers. With the help of Brazil's capital region through WSM, we have helped more than 2,100 families.
வீட்டு வேலையும் கிடைக்கல எங்களுக்கு, அங்கே அலோவ் பண்ணல வீட்டு வேலைக்கும். என்னுடைய வீட்டுக்கார் வந்து கூலி வேலை தான் செய்கிறாரு, அவருக்கும் வேலை இல்லை.
During pandemic period, no job and no salary and it was difficult.
வந்து ஒரு விதோ, நானும் என் பிள்ளைங்க 2 பிள்ளைங்க இருக்கிறேன், 2 பொம்பளை பிள்ளைங்க இருக்குது. வேலைத்தொழிலாளர் சங்கத்து மூலமாக பார்த்திங்கன்னா நிறைய பேருக்கு டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணுறதை விட செலக்ட் பண்ணி யாருக்கு வேணும் யாருக்கு வேண்டாம் பிள்ளைங்க படிப்புக்கு உதவி பண்ணுறாங்க. மருந்து இதுக்கெலாம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டோம். சாப்பாடு செலவுக்கு வந்து இந்த அரிசி பருப்புலாம் கொடுத்தது ரொம்ப உபயோகமாக இருந்துச்சு.
சாப்பாட்டுக்கும் சரி நிறைய பொருள் கொடுத்தாங்க. ஒரு 2 மாதத்துக்கு வராமல் நிறைய பொருள் கொடுத்தாங்க. அதை வச்சு நாங்கள் ரொம்ப யூஸ் பண்ணோம். அந்த டைமுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணதுக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி.
Domestic workers are without a job, so their children also struggle. We are also helping for the children to learn through online, providing mobiles.
என்கிட்ட செல் இல்லாதனால ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸ் அட்டென்ட் பண்ண முடியல. படிக்கணும்னு ஃபோன் வேணும்.
Specifically reached out to the urban homeless in Chennai, addressing the specific nutrition needs of children, women and the elderly. And with the onset of the monsoon, we also provided them with tarpaulin sheets so as to keep them, protect them from the heavy rain.
எனக்கு ரொம்ப நிறைய டீ சாப்பிட்ற பழக்கம் உண்டு. அந்த கொரோனாவில் டீலாம் எனக்கு கிடைக்கல. அந்த நேரத்தில் ஓடி போயிட்டு கடைக்கடனை அந்த கஞ்சி காசு டீக்கு பார்த்துட்டு எனக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க.
நீங்கள் கொடுத்த தார்பாய் எல்லாமே எங்களுக்கு யூஸ் ஆச்சு. சத்து மாவு, பேரிச்சம்பழம் எல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு நல்லா யூஸ் ஆச்சு. சந்தோஷமாக சாப்பிட்டோம்.
The City of Chennai thanks the Brussels Capital Region for being with us in our hour of need. most grateful.